Hello everybody, how are you all doing? Welcome back to Man City Unplugged, your very own Man City fan channel. It's game time again in the Premier League. It feels a bit odd, because all of the other top five teams are playing on Sunday. I think we are the only team in top six that are playing today. Other than that, there are just, I think, crap matches today other than our match. Well, Leicester Everton is taken as the prime time match. I'm surprised. I thought Liverpool Spurs could be there as a prime time, and then they can have sort of Arsenal Chelsea tomorrow. But I do not know who has planned the schedule and stuff. But anyway, looking at the team news, first I saw it and thought, will John Stones play at fullback? Will John Stones invert into the midfield and all of that stuff? I then I just realized it just struck me maybe Akanji is playing it right back because generally in the formation that they're given online it's like Akanji in the center, partnering Ake and Stones on the right. But I think Pep was sort of asked in the press conference pre-match against Fulham, and he was asked that how do you select your centre backs because all of them are in top form. Ake is playing his best football. Diaz, Laporte, Akanji has been undroppable. So Pep told that it purely depends on the tactical setup of the other team. If I want more build-up, then I will select John. If I want someone to win aerial duels, then maybe it's Ake or if I want someone to be more physical, it's Diaz. So it is a very intriguing thing that he said in the press conference. It just gives a glimpse into how Pep Guardiola thinks. It's completely different. What we think is if someone has scored goals in the previous games, if someone has performed well, he should play according to form. I think what Pep thinks is which player can tackle the opponent better, which player can break the tactical setup of the opponent. So I think form goes out of the window for Pep. Look at Foden. He's been one of our best players alongside Haaland this season. He's had 6 or 7 goals already in the Premier League, which is insane for a winger. And he's on the bench for the last 2 games at least. JSK is here. Hey JSK, how are you? Ortega in JSK, your wish was fulfilled last 2 times, right? Against Dortmund, it was fulfilled. Against Sevilla, it was fulfilled. Ortega in. I don't know why, but I'm sure that Ortega will start even in the knockout rounds of the Champions League. That's what Pep has played him twice in the group stages. I somehow have that feeling it will be the 10 Ter Stegen Bravo situation we had at Barcelona a few years back, right? One played Champions League, another played La Liga. So I think it's gonna be the same thing. But Rico Lewis was superb that day against Sevilla. I even thought that he could start this match, but deep down, you knew Rico Lewis will not start this match because that's how Pep manages youth. That's how he did to Foden, for example, when Foden was coming through. He scored, I remember 2019 Feb, I think. Foden scored a goal against Spurs in a very important match, the Premier League, to keep us in title race. He was dropped for the next 2 matches, 3 matches. I think that's how Pep manages youth, and I can't doubt it. The one thing for me is uh, Grealish and Bernardo Silva. I don't know how that will perform. That will match up. Will it be a bore fest or something? I don't know. Yeah, JSK Mitrovic is absent, but Harry Wilson is there. Harry Wilson is back from injury. Harry Wilson last season was exceptional for Fulham, so it will be interesting how we deal with him. Especially he whips those balls in from the right hand side, so Cancelo will have some defending to do today. Good to see Alvarez. The finish from Alvarez. Did you see the finish from Alvarez against Sevilla? It was just, I know the ball was superb from De Bruyne, but the finish is just outstanding, right? He rounded the keeper, then with his left leg, he smashed the ball into the roof of the net. That was just outstanding from Julian Alvarez. Just imagining what if Sterling or Jesus were running onto those passes from De Bruyne against Sevilla. They would have surely missed. We need to get the 3 points here. The next game for us is in the EFL Cup against Chelsea, I think. That at home and Brentford also at home, and then we go for World Cup. So we have our next 3 fixtures at home. So that will be interesting. JSK says, by the way, Chelsea fans want Sterling out now. They already want Sterling out. and and by the way, at the start of the season, they were telling City will struggle to win titles. They let Sterling go, world class star go. At least they're smart enough. They realized the things about Sterling, the uselessness of Sterling straight away. And to cap it all up, Sterling, the way Sterling treated that City fan who asked him for an autograph when he went to Chelsea, that was everything has gone wrong for Sterling to joining Chelsea. Good to see Nathan Ake starting. Actually, it's good to see all our centre backs fit and in form. I want this to be right, like when we are playing the knockout stages. Then I want all of our centre backs to be ready. That's a good ball out. Jack Grealish, Jack, please do not slow down the game today. Watching Jack Grealish can actually be frustrating most of the times. I don't know what Pep wants to achieve playing Grealish and Bernardo Silva or Grealish and Mahrez or Bernardo and Mahrez. I do not know. Why doesn't he just play one dynamic winger and another sort of a Grealish, Bernardo Silva, whoever? I don't understand that. Even in the last match also, when he got Foden and he removed Grealish, that's when the game came to life. I do not know what Pep wants to work out or Pep wants to achieve playing Grealish and playing two slow wingers together. That's a great switch out wide to Bernardo Silva. His first touch is supreme. Yes, because by the way, very reliable sources said Jude Bellingham has accepted to sign for City. That is interesting because in Liverpool, I was hearing to a few Liverpool fans when they were telling that when they know from reliable sources that Jude Bellingham could sign for them. I think it will be a even Madrid fans actually. Oh, what a ball that is! We should have had 1-0. How was that not 1-0 there? Julian, but it was not Julian Alvarez mistake. Bernardo should have scored. How was it not 1-0 there? JSK's Liverpool will be in the Conference League, by the way. That will be hilarious. That will be hilarious, JSK. Right from Champions League final to Conference League in 2 years. Then I would love to read, papers like Anfield Agenda and what they say. They're like, if you even have a glimpse of articles in those papers, you'll realize how biased some people can be. It's just outrageous. But Jude Bellingham is interesting because I've also heard. Spanish press is anyway crap, but even Spanish press is coming out with articles like they're confident Real Madrid will go all in for Jude Bellingham. But I do have that gut feeling that Jude Bellingham will come to City. At least will be very close to securing him because of the Haaland, Foden thing, Pep Guardiola thing, and he's a young player, 19 years. Where best do you want to develop other than under Pep Guardiola? So I think there are a lot of things that are coming together for City with respect to Jude Bellingham. But if Jude Bellingham comes, I will Bernardo Silva be leaving then because that is the position which Jude Bellingham loves to play in. It's Bernardo Silva's position. I still think that the clinching point for Jude Bellingham could be the playing time. That's where Liverpool maybe they might have an edge, but that's a great ball out and Jack Grealish that's gone out. Because you see Liverpool's midfield end almost it's empty. There's no one there. Milner will retire next season. Henderson is getting old. Naby Keita they called him the next Yaya Toure and is not even good enough to lace Yaya Toure's boots. That will be that could be the clinching thing I think actually playing in the midfield. And I read an article which was telling Real Madrid could look to replace. I think it's Cruz or someone with Jude Bellingham. So that's another thing. Madrid are looking to freshen their midfield. So it's gonna be very interesting. JSK says don't worry about Madrid for any English player. Their home is bigger than any club, no matter it's Barca, Bayern or Madrid. That is true. That is a point. That is a point, JSK. My worry is just about Liverpool. That's all. It's about that too. It's just about the availability of playing time. That's all. Liverpool. That was almost a perfect ball from Jack Grealish. Jack. But look at the way De Bruyne is going back. That is interesting. I mean, that is superb. The way De Bruyne is working off the ball. Gundogan, Ikai Gundogan, Rodri. I think we're trying to switch the ball fast from side to side. We have started this very quick today. Joao Cancelo, Grealish is on the inside now. I thought that should have been a free kick for City because it's Rodri is gone down. Was there a challenge on him? They're asking the referee for something. You're right, JSK, about Jude Bellingham being an English player. So I think it's Liverpool or City. Because some Liverpool fans are also telling they'll also try for Declan Rice. By the way, if Jude Bellingham doesn't come, what do you think about Declan Rice? That challenge looks nasty actually. Do I want Declan Rice? I do not know because we've got Calvin Phillips. I do not want Declan Rice, and also is way overpriced. West Ham, I think they're asking 120 or something, but I somehow feel Declan Rice will end up at Chelsea. Yeah, exactly. We don't need any more CDMs. But then you never know. Pep might bring in a Declan Rice and convert him into a CM. I think Declan Rice is very well capable of playing a centre back or a DM or also box to box. He has those skills. Great ball again out wide to Bernardo Silva. What a cheeky thing from Bernardo Silva. What did the referee see there? I do not know. It would have been interesting if Calvin Phillips was actually fit. How Pep would have used him, what role Pep would have utilized Calvin Phillips in that is an interesting thing. But City are on the game here. Look at the press. The press is so intense. Fulham are just not able to breathe. Fulham are, I think, just getting a second, not even a second of time to pass the ball, and they're just hitting the balls outside. I think, was it Andreas Pereira with the challenge on Rodri? I actually thought it will be checked for a red card because he almost stamped on the back of his heel. So I thought at least it deserved a check. John Stones with a risky pass. John is actually playing it right back. I actually think maybe we are playing with the back three here. We'll never be able to figure out Pep's structure. Pass it to Bernardo. Pass it to Bernard. Oh, I thought that was in from KDB. I thought that was actually in. JSK says, by the way, Chelsea wanted more Romeo Lavia more than Declan Rice. Romeo Lavia is a talent. JSK he's such a good talent. Romeo Lavia. That's a good save from Leno. I actually was a bit disappointed that we let him go. But we didn't show here that why are we letting him go and stuff. Actually, was convinced he's the heir to Ikai. Sorry, he's the heir to Fernandino. He's unpressable as well. Romeo Lavia. His positional awareness at 18 is superb. I mean, I hope that we get him back from Southampton. Maybe after 2 3 years when he has developed a bit. Actually, that would be the perfect time to getting back from Southampton. Hope Lavia develops well, and in 3 4 years maybe you would be looking at a potential way to potential successor of Rodri or someone like that. So that would be a great comeback for Romeo Lavia. By the way, I think the moment we decided to sign Calvin Phillips, I think we all knew Romeo Lavia was did not have his future here, but maybe the only reason could be that Pep wanted a much more dynamic CDM for some games. Someone who has the mobility of a Fernandino, maybe. That's why he signed Calvin Phillips because Romeo Lavia is not. That attacking as a Calvin Phillips is so. I think that could be the only reason Pep wanted an attacking CDM. If even that is a position in football, I don't know. But Pep loves those sort of attacking CDM players like a Bielsa does. So that's a great touch from Bernardo. Bernardo is looking very good today. Kevin De Bruyne is looking on it. That shot from him was superb early on, but it was almost a god just outside of the foot pass. JSK says, but I'm sure Jude won't like to play in Conference League. That that is there, JSK. It depends. I think Liverpool's in a way Liverpool are going towards a transition. Jack Grealish in there, Jack. Again, why didn't he shoot? What the hell, Jack? Why did you pass to Cancelo on the overlap? Why didn't he shoot? I don't know. That was an angle to shoot, Jack. He should have taken it first time, Jack. He could have just cut inside. Yeah, there was the chance. He cut inside and he shot, but kept Cancelo and the defender made the recovery. I think yes, it's an important phase for Liverpool because they have to bring in a lot of transfers. Like I said, Henderson, Milner, Naby Keita. I mean, there are at least outside Chamberlain, at least 4 or 5 players which Liverpool need to bring. And if they go into the Champions League, I think it will be difficult. It will be very difficult. In a way, the club could go back by 2 years at least. If that's good positioning by Nathan Ake, excellent positioning. So this season is very important for them that they finish in at least a Europa League position. But I want them to finish outside Europa League position just to see how it goes. That would be the greatest, I mean, the fastest downfall, I think, in the space of 2 years from Champions League final to playing in the Conference League. There would be memes on it if Liverpool to end up there. That would be so much fun, right? City are slowly playing in the midfield now. The first 12 minutes have been electric from City. That De Bruyne save was fantastic. Bernardo Silva shot hit the post. Julian Alvarez missed a half chance. It's been electric. We've already created 3 chances almost in the first 12 minutes. Scuff shot from Gundogan. Didn't get hold of it. Didn't get hold of it. JSK says that's what I said. Sentiment doesn't work in football. Exactly, JSK. You were spot on in that comment. Manuel Akanji is trying. The way he strikes the ball was beautiful, but nothing about that strike was beautiful. Rodri does well, and it's a fair challenge. That's wonderful from Rodri. And another thing is people actually say Liverpool's recruitment policy has been spot on and all. I don't agree with it completely. You know they went wrong with Naby Keita. They went wrong with Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. There are a couple of players there uh, whom they were actually went wrong with. Joe Gomez, I know he's a youth player. So at least 2 3 players where Liverpool have gone wrong in the recruitment with. So I won't say that they are like there's sort of image around Liverpool that they are sort of the perfect model of how a football club should be run and something like that. It's not. Liverpool have made some drastic mistakes and those mistakes will be shown up. It's Jurgen Klopp's brilliance that has dragged Liverpool out, that's all, and made them go to Champions League finals and all. The management has been crap actually of Liverpool. Exactly, Jessica. Darwin Nunes, he was hyped as the as a bigger thing than Erling Haaland. Look, Darwin Nunes, Liverpool went into that zone of fear of missing out. Did you ever see City do that for Fred? When United came and stamped up the price, we said no, we don't want you pay. Harry Maguire, we don't want you pay. So many times you have seen City, we have never had the fear of missing out, and Liverpool have displayed that with Darwin Nunes. So there are some cracks in Liverpool's transfer policy, and the more games they lose, the more shit their performance becomes. Many fans will realize it and there'll be vocal calls about FSG and everything. And Liverpool fans go in with the argument that we earn our money. Then what do we do? If you just look at the financial charts, City are the highest revenue generating club. We have the highest profits for the this financial year, the recently concluded financial year. We are generating revenue as well. We have the highest positive net spend in the entire Premier League. It's a British transfer record of the highest net spend in many years or something. So always we are more sustainable. It's just that we have to spend a bit of money early on to get there, and people are still sticking to that. Yes, because Cucurella, Koulibaly, even Fofana as well, Raheem Sterling. Yeah, exactly. Exactly fear of missing out. We didn't go. But talking about flop transfers, I'm surprised no one points it out at Chelsea. For example, Raheem Sterling. They've done so many. What a ball, Julian! Julian, you have to score. What a finish! Look at it, Julian Alvarez. Look at the finish by the guy. This is what I said when if you create a player with 100 finishing in FIFA, that is Julian Alvarez. Look at the angle. That is almost an impossible angle to finish from. Erling Haaland is looking and saying, wow, what a finish. Who are these idiots who say I am the best finisher in the world? It's Julian Alvarez. Look at it. People were sometimes laughing when we were discussing Julian Alvarez finishing could be on par with Erling Haaland. Look at his finish now. Fantastic. Julian 99 finishing. Just imagine Raheem Sterling running onto this. That that would have taken off someone's cool drink in the stands. But the power with which he stuck it, right? I think I remember Sergio Aguero regarding the power with which he struck it. That was just fantastic. The power at the near post. Aguero also used to smash it onto the top corner. Wow. And also look at the timing of his run. He was not offside at all. Just imagine Gabriel hisses onto that. He misses for sure. Guys, how would it be if Erling Haaland and Julian Alvarez play together? Can't we create a system where both of them are running together from a Gundogan pass or from a De Bruyne pass? That would be so good. Wow, now Julian Alvarez can't stop scoring. What a week he's having, Julian Alvarez. He's had 2 assists and 2 goals in the last 2 games. And by the way, everyone's talking about Rico Lewis' goal, and we should talk about it. But the assist for the Rico Lewis goal, it was a no-see pass almost, right? It was a fantastic pass. And again, you look at the bias of English media. When Thiago made that pass last year, a similar pass to what Alvarez did against Sevilla, they were telling Thiago is one of the best midfielders in the world. Look at his vision and all. No word about Julian Alvarez. That is wonderful by John Stones, but City have lost the ball. Kevin De Bruyne, Rodri. The work rate from De Bruyne is just excellent. It's just an injustice to Julian Alvarez if you look at his FIFA rating. It's 73. I don't know his FIFA rating, but his finishing it's just an injustice. I think it's in the early 80s or something like that. What a guy we have got for 18 million pounds. This just wow. We knew about his qualities, but now we're seeing it. City have now relaxed. It's interesting. Ake is also coming into the midfield, sort of. It's Stones and Akanji that are staying back. Interesting tactical setup. I'm interested to see who's playing as centre backs. I think it's Akanji and Stones sometimes. Sometimes I see Stones at right back. I don't know. It's Vinay says Grealish is frustrating to watch when he had that chance but waiting for overlap. And it's exactly same old. It's so obvious, right? The defender can easily guess. He cut inside. He should have just shot it. Snapshot. That was a goal if he shot it. Or at least the goalkeeper would have made a good save. This is Kevin De Bruyne territory again. What is De Bruyne seeing? His form is just ominous, De Bruyne. I wouldn't be surprised if he scores here. Kevin, come on, Kevin. This is almost. He didn't go for it. That was a little cheeky thing which was practiced on the training field, I think. I don't know why Grealish is still not having the confidence to shoot in those positions, which are his strength, right? Cut inside, you almost wrong foot at the defender. Why do you want to give him a chance to recover after doing all the hard work? I'll not understand. Nothing. That is well done by Ake, very well done, but I maybe think it was offside anyways. But Ake was proactive there, good defending. I think we're playing three at the back in possession. I think two goals and be relaxed before half time. I think that's what we need to plan for. Two goals before half time. I think maybe Pep is preferring Laporte and Diaz in the Champions League and Akanji and Ake in the Premier League, but I do not see any reason. I do not know why he's doing that. Look at Akanji there. Look at his speed. Look at his vision of judging where the danger is. Akanji has been the signing of the season, I would say. I know Haaland has been, I know Alvarez has been, but Akanji has brought that sort of stability to our defense. Just imagine without Akanji, we would have been almost on the slope of a defensive disaster, right? Okay, now all the centre backs are injured, but before we signed Akanji, Jack Grealish, Jack. Again, I thought he'll go to his right and play Bernardo Silva in, but again, Jack has slowed the game down a bit. Again, Grealish, exactly. When Grealish is undefendable now. Can't. I've tried so hard to defend Grealish, that he allows Pep to control the tempo of the game and all, but he's getting into such good positions and is still not doing anything. It's just annoying to say the least. It's frustrating. The only game he was very good was against United, that's all. Vinay says Grealish can't even put a ball. You know what Grealish can put, Vinay? He can put in a dive that surely convinces a referee to give a yellow card to the opponent. That is something Grealish can actually do. I know that with Grealish we can hold on to the ball more. That is well done, Jack. Again, look at it like we were talking about. A dive and then it's a free kick. A foul and then a free kick. That was a foul. I don't know what the Fulham player was appealing for, but that was a foul. That was surely a foul. Just because and getting Jude will all set Haaland to be in the club till 2027. I think that also depends upon how long Pep will be here. Great ball in, excellent ball in, has to score. Was he offside? Yes, I think John Stones was offside there. John Stones was offside. I know VAR will obviously check, but it seems Stones knew he was offside. Let's see what the VAR, what they show on the replay. I think it was offside from the first phase of play actually. That was such a delicious ball in. I think it will also Haaland staying will also depend on how long Pep will be here and what are the trophies we win. For example, if Haaland has won everything there's to be won, then I think he'll be set for a new adventure. So I guess there will be a few parameters to how long Haaland would want to stay here. Had he given a penalty there? Oh, red card, Cancialo was the last man. Oh my god, what seemed like a normal day is, I don't know what's happening. Was it a red card? Was it a red card actually? Was he the last man? I think it's a penalty maybe. Don't know what VAR will say. Yeah, VAR has confirmed that it's a penalty. And I think Cancelo is gone. I think now he'll not be able to play against Chelsea as well in the EFL Cup. Cancelo is gone. Vinay says Cancelo has been dodgy, I think, defensively, right? But then I also think it's about the positioning that Pep is asking him to play in. Maybe Pep is asking him to play a bit high up, but Pep is actually telling uh, something to Cancelo. I thought it was soft. Maybe it was the last man. That's where the red had. I don't know. Andreas Pereira stepping up to take the penalty. And it's 1-1. Fulham equalizes. I think Erling Haaland needs to be bought on now, maybe. But it will be interesting to see how Pep reorganizes. And who will he be taking out? I think Grealish has to go. It can also be good for us that Grealish will go. Grealish goes and maybe a Laporte or someone comes. That was a good penalty from Andreas Pereira. But did Cancelo have to make that challenge? That is the thing. Because the ball was already out of the control of Harry Wilson, I think, there. Cancelo didn't have to make that challenge. I think Ederson was always there for it. Now it might actually be a bit difficult. Let us see how we play with 10 men there. Now it's a test of how champions respond. That's a foul. I know when down to 10 men we played trap against Copenhagen, but let us see how we respond here. Fulham maybe might want to attack a bit more and it might leave gaps for us, but we already have players like De Bruyne, Gundogan who are like two players rolled into one. Akanji is someone like that, so there's nothing to fear here. One more goal and I think Pep will bring on a Diaz or Laporte. What seemed to be a smooth sailing Saturday has suddenly turned into something which can be a bit of a pressure actually. It's a goal kick for Fulham. No, it's a corner actually. Set pieces will be difficult to score from because they'll outnumber us anyways. Rodri retrieves the ball. That's City's ball. That's City's throw. But the only thing is maybe Cancelo shouldn't have made the challenge. That's all because I think that Ederson was in control over there. John Stones with the throw in. I think the introduction of one of Foden or Haaland is imminent, especially in the second half. I think Pep is waiting for us to score a goal, and then he can maybe make the defensive subs. That's a great ball in from Nathan Ake. That's a corner for City. No, it's a goal kick actually. The last touch came of our player. Haaland is looking there. What seemed like it could be the starting of a wonderful afternoon. We could maybe celebrate Alvarez hat trick and stuff. It's now potentially going to be a bit dodgy, going to be a bit tough. Pep knows 10v11. It's never easy, whatever team you might be. Then De Bruyne will have to produce one of his special moments again from a set piece or something like that. Fulham are playing at the back. Even though we're down to 10 men, look at the win meter. It's showing 50% us and 32% draw. Only 18% to Fulham. Fulham are just passing around the back from one centre back to other the last 1 minute. Not doing anything, not going anywhere. That's very well done by Stones, I think. I think if Fulham score again, it's Haaland time. That's it. Haaland will come off the bench. Fulham are just passing through, and you'll expect that. I think it will City, but it will City who will be sitting back. But I just think that it might not be a bad thing for us sitting back and hitting Fulham on the break. We just need to pick our moment. That's all. It's starting to rain as well. Be nice is we don't have pace to hit on the counter. Even that is also true. That's why I think in the second half he'll bring on Food in there. It doesn't make sense to play with 10 men without having pace on either wing. I actually think he can take off both Bernardo Silva and Grealish and bring on Haaland and Foden and maybe play Alvarez on one wing in place of Bernardo Silva. I think that is the best one. Foden, Haaland and Alvarez. It's complete pace on the break. Then I will see how Fulham will camp in our half and play. JSK, what will you say about Arsenal? I mean, many Arsenal fans are actually convinced that they are in the title race and all, but I actually think it will be in the back end of the season, right? In January, February, you'll actually know who are in the title race because one thing which is massively not in favor of them is Europa League. There's a stat that says that whoever has played Thursday, Sunday football have never won the Premier League in the league's history. So, and also another thing about Arsenal is they're just one injury away from sort of a potential catastrophe. Like Gabriel Jesus is injured, there's no backup. Saka, if he suffers a long-term injury, there's no backup. So Arsenal are a bit weak there, and also I think if teams will slowly realize how to play against Arsenal, how to play against this style, teams will come to grips with it. I see Arsenal fighting for top four actually this season. That would be a great achievement playing the Europa League. Again, after the World Cup, if all of the teams have a massive drop off, including City, then it's almost a lottery thing who wins the league. But in normal circumstances, I think Arsenal is fighting for top four. And top four race is a scrap, by the way, this season. Chelsea is losing matches. United, they're here and there. Spurs is going through a worst run of form. So I think top four is Liverpool. They're just, it seems they lose. They beat us and they lose to Nottingham Forest and Leeds. It doesn't make any sense. So winning the league for Arsenal, I mean, you can never say never in football. Leicester did it and all, but what a ball from Kevin De Bruyne. Julian. Ah, that would have been some sort of a finish. You can't finish from there, I know. But look at that ball from Kevin De Bruyne. That is just wonderful. Is on side definitely. I think they should have maybe taken it a bit early. I know ball didn't come under his control. So I know Arsenal fans feel good about this narrative of winning the league, but I think it's too early because title race is not about what you do in the first 2 3 months of the season. It is how do you suffer through those dark winters in December, January, February. I think those 3 months until the sun is back in March, they will decide who will win the title. Those 3 months can be grueling, they'll be tough. You'll have the FA Cup, EFL Cup, later stages, the Premier League, matches every 2 days. The manager be complaining all the time. It's not a walk in the park winning the league. Yes, because Liverpool not getting top four. I actually wish they get the Conference League spots. That will be interesting. I'm sure there will be a whole Amazon Prime documentary or something that will be made on it. How Liverpool went from Champions League finalists to playing in unknown stadiums in the Europa League. Jack Grealish, City are actually playing well. People think we are down to 10 men, but we can use Ederson as the 11th man here as a centre back. So it's just an illusion, I think, when City go back, go down to 10 men. Pep knows it. Gundogan, Kevin De Bruyne is now just taking the wide positions. Kevin De Bruyne. I think Haaland will be crucial here. Headers and all of that stuff. Haaland will be very important. Jack Grealish. What a offside. Need Erling Haaland exactly for the crosses. We need Erling Haaland. If Haaland is there, then KDB can just put those crosses in. The one thing we cannot afford to do is concede again. That's the only thing. Jack Grealish. It's Bernardo Silva there. Nathan Ake with the throw. Actually think that we need food and yet the dynamism. I know I'm telling this from along in the last couple of minutes, but it just seems that we cannot go anywhere. We're able to get the ball high up. Then we're again trying to play through Fulham, which is not possible with 10 men. It's almost impossible. They'll anyway double up on you unless it's ultra quick passing, which is a risk risk of a counter. That is very well done. I think Grealish and Bernardo Silva have swapped wings. No, they haven't. Grealish is playing out wide there on the left. Bernardo is also playing on the left, but is playing. What a crap ball that is from Grealish. Out to in, but it went out. Jack, what the hell are you doing? It would be very nice if we get a goal to end the half, despite being down to 10 men. If we end the half on high, that would be fantastic. I think if this result goes bad, Pep will have to rethink about him playing two slow wingers on either side. Be a huge rethink for Pep. Edison there collecting the ball. I mean, in those situations when Cancelo was almost diving in with the defender, no, I think Cancelo should have thought, even if I concede a goal now, with 11 men we'll be able to strike back for sure, but with 10 men it could be that difficult. I think Cancelo should have had that thing in his mind. Ah, that was just close. Jack is just trying to curl it in. But anyway, looking at Cancelo's reaction, he thought that it was a harsh red. JSK says we need Victor Osimhen or Liao in wings. What about that Napoli guy, JSK? There's someone from Napoli on the wing who they say is the best. Quart and something is his name, right? I can't spell his full name, so they say he's the sensation of this season and he's played wonderfully for Napoli. I think there was some rumor also that City are in for that guy. It's not a reliable outlet, but I think I've read it in the last week or so that City are in for that guy. Leah would be too costly, and it's not just AC Milan, but Syria would not let go of Leah. When I says Quarta costs 100 million, he is scam, but he plays on the wings for Napoli, right? Anyway, it's Napoli, so that makes the deal even difficult because after that Jorginho thing, I don't think we have good relationships with Napoli. We don't even negotiate with them, so Fulham are still defending for their life, even though it's us who are down to 10 men. That's a foul. It's a chance to have a free kick for us. But look at how well the Fulham players are acting over there. I bloody want to have a victory over these idiots. Victor Osimhen can be nice too, but he's also at Napoli, right? JSK. Anyone who's at Napoli will actually be a tough bargain. I mean, if it's absolutely essential, we'll go for him. But at Napoli, I still think it's difficult for us to get someone. I hope De Bruyne does something from this free kick and we go close to scoring. Fulham are actually happy with the point here, so it's on us to break this deadlock. It looks like it's Ikai Gundogan with the free kick. It's Bernardo Silva is passing it around. That's a corner. Ah, that just bubbled over. That just bubbled over, right? It's just bubbled over. On another day, everything would have been going right for Jack. Jack's also getting unlucky here. That just bubbled over. It's a corner anyway. It's another corner for City. Vinay says Fulham isn't pressing that hard. Any other team would think of pressing. But Fulham was scared also about the counter attack. De Bruyne, Alvarez. So I think. I mean, it just gives you the feel that Fulham want to stay in the game till the 80th minute, 85th minute, and then go gung ho maybe. It's Kevin De Bruyne. Ah, what a save that is from Leno. Fulham are almost onto the break now, and we get the ball back somehow. But how did he save that? How did he save that? Leno there. I do not know how did he save that. We should have at least had a goal there from one of the things. Grealish effort bubbled over. Gundogan, Bernardo, Rodri, Bernardo. Andreas Pereira is the furthest man up for Fulham now. Bernardo Silva. We can't press. That is excellent pressing there, and that's a free kick for City. That's another free kick for City. Harry Wilson, maybe this will be the last kick of this half. So Bernardo Silva there arguing something with the referee. The Fulham player clearly, I think he clipped Bernardo Silva. There's no doubt about it. He clipped Bernardo Silva. Ah, that was again onto the head of Akanji. I think he should have scored there. So at least tested the goalkeeper there, but the end to a rainy first half, the end to a half where which started with a superb Alvarez finish. It started with the feeling that we would coast to victory, we would sail to victory here, and then Cancelo red card happened. And by the way, I'm still a 50-50 on that challenge on that red card thing. Cancelo won, but it's 1-1. City have a problem, but if anyone can solve it, then it's us. If anyone can beat another team with 10-1, 10v11, then it's without a heartbeat. It is us. And who has been champions, honestly, of the Premier League without coming out of these of situations like these? So, but the thing is, again, Grealish, Bernard. I mean, do you take out Foden and Haaland, and I mean, so do you take out Bernard or Grealish and bring in Foden and Haaland, or do you let it be? Because since we have gone down to 10 men, actually Grealish and Bernardo has been exceptional, and Jack Grealish has also his gameplay has improved a bit. So, but still, I think at least I would take out one and I would bring in Haaland now in the second half. But I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if right from the off, right from the start of the second half, Haaland is in. But yeah, this is, I think Ederson hasn't saved a penalty since 2018 of Aubameyang. Has no clue on saving a penalty. That is another reason, Bayaji, we want Ortega as a goalkeeper in the Champions League. Because in the Champions League, shot stopping, saving penalties are also as important as playing out with the feet. And Ortega is good with the feet. And Ortega is a good penalty stopper. People think that stopping penalties is just a gamble. You dive one side, other. No, it's not. There's a skill to it, and some stoppers like Tim Krul, for example, was a great penalty stopper. Um, so there are some people who say penalties better than others. Caballero was a good penalty stopper, which we had. So I actually think Ortega needs to play more in the Champions League. He hasn't. He saves much more penalties than Ederson. But what I'm thinking is, what do we do now? How do we get the next goal? Because we can't afford to drop points here at home to Fulham. It doesn't matter. You go down to 10 men, you're 11, you're 9 men. Dropping points at home to Fulham is just not allowed. I know it might or might not impact the title race, but it's just we are coming through such a good vein of form, against Sevilla, for example, we did good. We did good against Leicester. It was a tough Leicester team. We actually played well. Uh, I don't know what Pep will work out, but he needs to work out some plan to rescue the situation. Bhaiya, this is how great was Caballero won us League Cup on his own in 2016. Wow, those penalty saves were just superb. Those penalty saves in 2016. Wow, I think it was it against Liverpool? I think it was against Liverpool where he did all those penalty saves and he uh, won us that cup. And Caballero also made some decent saves in Premier League matches as well. Sort of in that era when Pep came and he just put Joe Hart out. But the only thing with Caballero is he wasn't as good at his feet. I remember he messed up the Monaco match on his own with his feet. But yeah, knockout cup games, we need Ortega. There's no two things about that. But one thing which annoys me is, why was Cancelo playing so high over there? Why was still I don't know what Pep was trying to do. You got a goal over there. I mean, why was Ake almost left in a 2v1 situation over there? There was literally no one tracking the Fulham guy on the wing. I think it was Harry Wilson or someone, and Cancelo had to. I mean, again, when someone is going through like that, what will go through in your mind? I mean, uh, would you think I have to make the challenge, or do you think it's just 30 minutes? Even if we concede a goal, we are Man City and we can come back. Sure, with 11v11, it's much more easier to come back. I think that should have been the mindset, but I don't know why Cancelo just lunged in a bit into that challenge there. It's not been a half that has gone as expected. Tactically, I think Pep has actually got it right most of the time. Yeah, Bayaji, you're right. Grealish too scared to shoot. Frustrating to watch. It was a sure chance, right? That moment, I think 20th minute or something, he just cut inside and then he passed it to Cancel on the overlap. When there was someone following Cancel on the overlap, it's just I don't know why you're an attacking player, you're a winger. I mean, you have to shoot. You have to shoot. No, Jack Grealish. If Jack Grealish would have shot that, we should have at least been 2-3 goals up by now. At least been 2-3 goals up. Jack Grealish too scared to shoot. Jack Grealish always looking to triple pass people and pass it to someone, which makes it just so that much predictable. What channel is the game on? I'm watching the game on Hotstar here in India. It's a streaming app. So in the UK, I do not know which channel it is on. I think it might be on Sky or I don't know. They're showing that penalty challenge again. I would want to see it again. Was there a show at the back? That is what I want to look at. Yes, there was a show at the back. Yes, there was a show at the back. That's all. There was a show at the back. I think that's why it was given for. But again, I think it's a bit soft. Sometimes those are given, sometimes those are not given. That's frustrating. And also, when we are talking about the title race and is Arsenal in it, decisions have also been going in favor of Arsenal. Liverpool game, Arsenal should have easily had a handball given against them. They didn't. And in the next match, they were given a handball in their favor, or I mean, a lot of decisions are going in Arsenal's favor actually. So I mean, there's that phase in a season where sometimes a team is on a good run and everything goes in their favor, and that will come to an end. It won't be forever. If the game stays like this and Arsenal win tomorrow, I think Arsenal will go 4 points clear. But again, that's not something that's bothering me because we have been 7, 8 points behind that mighty Liverpool team in previous seasons and have gone on to win every game and come back. So I actually think that Diego Costa scored, by the way, for Wolves. So that points difference doesn't bother me. What bothers me is Pep's inability to stick with the formation. Pep is still experimenting. What's bothering me is maybe we have not, decided on the best system to play with. Now you could argue that it's Pep Guardiola and he will change his systems every match, but that might actually lead to instability. Cancelo against Liverpool was just a joke. Bayaji says this season both threats have been conceded by left backs, and Bayaji, that actually compels you to question that what is their positioning. I think Pep is giving Pep is giving more responsibilities to our left backs than they can handle, especially Cancelo. Against Liverpool, he made Cancelo confused, and that goal which Cancelo conceded to Salah was a result of that him sort of being lost, about how understanding the situation more. So, and here you see Cancelo, it's not his natural way in which he was there. He was almost playing sometimes a wing back here, and then he got caught high up. So I actually think Pep, and also not having the pace of Walker, maybe is prompting Pep to give those positions to the high positions to the left backs. I mean, if you look at it in another way, I maybe think that not having Walker means you're playing John Stones over there, and John Stones is not the best at going forward and whipping balls in. So, which means that on the flip side, you would say that Pep needs to play someone high up there on the left hand side just to overlap and make it a bit more tough for the defense not to double up on your winger. So I actually think that there's two ways of looking at this. I mean, in all of the matches, there's been penalties. At least three of the matches. In Leeds, Bournemouth, there's been a penalty. In Forest, Brentford, there's been a penalty. In Wolves, Brighton, also, there's been a penalty, I think. So, interesting events going on. It's certainly not been a quiet Saturday like I expected seeing the fixtures. There, it's been an eventful Saturday. 45 minutes more. By the way, I want Chelsea to win tomorrow against Arsenal, just so that the gap comes down. But that is not at all the problem again. I'm just wondering what subs will he bring on. How will Sergio Gomez be? I think Sergio Gomez could be an interesting sub there because you will have someone who can whip the ball in from the left hand side. Sergio Gomez could be an interesting sub. Has to be Grealish replaced for Foden. I actually think he could do something out of the box here. He could. I know Gundogan's played exceptionally well, but he could actually remove Gundogan and put Bernardo Silva over there, and he could put Foden on the left hand side. I think he could actually do that, and then Grealish for Haaland. I think that seems a sensible thing because Bernardo Silva can control that midfield better, especially with Bernardo Silva does the work rate of two men. So if you keep Bernardo Silva as a box to box midfielder, he will almost mop up the defensive work with Rodri. Then this gives the chance for your De Bruyne to attack full throttle. Actually, think that can actually be a combination that Pep can try now half time. Haaland needs to come on surely because he saw the chances that fell, before half time. There were a couple of headers in there. There was a couple of times the ball was ping ponging there in the box. So you need a striker who can just pounce on that. I know Alvarez can pounce, but Alvarez doesn't quite have the physicality to deal with. And also, when you're down to 9, 10 men, Haaland could be an excellent weapon to bring on because he himself occupies two players. So suddenly you're evening the field out again. So Haaland can drag a couple of defenders out of position and stuff. So Haaland must be on. Haaland needs to be on. I would lose my crap if Pep doesn't make a single substitution like he does sometimes in this game. And that isn't reasonable as well. 10 men, you'll be more tired. Pep will need to make subs. I understand that. The second half is almost starting. Suman says subs will be at 60 minutes. Hope not, Sumant. Hope not. I want Pep to make subs right from the off. What is the crap Grealish doing there? I just want Pep to make subs right from the start. Just bring on Haaland and it evens the game out. It's as simple as that. He occupies two players there, two defenders for sure with his physicality and stuff. Haaland doesn't need to do anything. He just needs to occupy defenders. Then Alvarez can just run off into the space created by Haaland. Vinay says demand winger in January. But again, it all doesn't make sense a bit because if a winger comes, then where will Grealish play and where will Mahrez play? You suddenly have a situation where there's no space for a couple of players, and then now you can argue that Grealish can play in the midfield, and where will Bernardo and Gundogan play? So if you are bringing a winger in, then that's a sure sign that Grealish is maybe being sent out. I mean, on his way out, which is not a reasonable thing to expect. So, but you're right. We need a winger. We need a right winger. But then sources close to City say Cole Palmer is the right winger, which Pep is. I mean, we need someone with pace. That's the underlining thing about it. We need someone with bloody pace to just stretch the opposition defense. Are there any subs? I can't see any, but Julian Alvarez is standing there at kickoff. This will be a test. This will be a huge test. These are the tests, like I said before, these are the tests that champions must endure if you want to retain the Premier League title or win the Premier League title. Pep knows that this is the most difficult league in the world. Unfortunate situations happens, but champions do not think about why they happen. Instead, they think about what can I do now to overcome the situation. Futuristic thinking is what separates champions from the people who trail them behind. So let us see how we respond. City have kicked off the half in a confident way, and by the way, we don't have any substitutions. Manuel Akanji, Nathan Ake, pass back to Ederson. Nathan Ake, Eddie, don't kick the ball long. Use all your passing skills. Don't kick the ball long. That's one thing I would say because then it gives. That's well done by Grealish because you kick the ball long. Fulham are more in number and they'll win the second balls. It might be as much risky, I don't care. Try to play the ball from the back. You draw Fulham players out, and then you can hit them on the break. Haaland is warming up. He's had his orange color jersey on to warm up. City are playing at the back, building through Ederson. I don't mind this. I don't mind this at all. It's a City throw. Bernardo is working hard. Bernardo looks absolutely determined today. It was a Fulham throw actually. This referee is a bit annoying guy. Darren England is the referee's name, and I haven't heard of him at all. It's a ball over the top from Fulham. Second ball, second ball, second balls are the crucial things with the balls over the top. That's a foul. City have started the half watchfully, but I somehow get the feeling, that gut feeling, that we have started it with great determination. There's that sense of hunger in the eyes, in the way we are patiently trying to pass the ball around and break Fulham. So it's going to be an entertaining half for sure. Akanji, Ake, Edison, Akanji, Rodri. Rodri is almost playing as second centre back here. Edison has almost touched it into his own net, but Fulham are now trying to press. That's a foul. That's the ploy to draw Fulham out, and I'm totally okay with this. Invite the press of Fulham and then dare to play through that. Uh, that was a wasteful task from John Stones. The move was well carved out, but John Stones lost it, and we now have to build up again. It is going to be a tactical chess match now. There's no two things about that. John Stones has retained the ball now. We all know that John Stones can dribble very well. Uh, the pass from John Stones is not good. Stones is just looking a bit off today. That too with 10 men, we can't allow anybody to be off the ball. That's not a foul. Well done, ref. First time in this match. City are coming forward. City are coming forward. Ah, that move was good. Very well defended at the back there. It's going to be a tactical chess match. It's not going to be gung ho unless Fulham score the next goal. Just we need to reduce those loose touches in the final third. Great switch, fantastic switch. It's just that sometimes switches can be so difficult to handle when you're down to 10 men, because the second ball, unless it's a first class touch, maybe a Riyad Mahrez could be useful here. I haven't checked. I think he's in the subs today. I do not know. Rodri, Bernardo Silva, Jack Grealish, Kevin De Bruyne. Ah, the ball was good, but Nathaniel should have realized there would have been no power on the header over there. Look at how Nathaniel made that run. That is wonderful. Ah, Fulham with the ball. Good pressing by Bernardo's by Julian Alvarez and Nathan Ake. Second ball again, second ball. The referee is just, I think he's a new referee. He's just going down to the pressure. What the hell? They've taken the match out. I don't know. Yes, now it's back. Nathan Ake there. Nathan Ake has been good. But maybe I'm thinking you need an Aymeric Laporte to break the game down. Just a thought. Break defenses down. But again, you need Ake for 1v1. So City are concentrating more on the build up here, which is interesting. Then the ploy is to draw Fulham out. Gundogan with the bad touch over there. Bernardo Silva does extremely well. Gundogan there. John Stones. Jack Grealish is just holding the width beautifully. Nathan Ake, Bernardo Silva, Rodri is in the middle of the back three. Julian Alvarez is doing so much work off the ball. Not that worried. We're down to 10 men because there are players who are working the socks off. I think Pep will go for the jugular after 70th minute by bringing in Haaland. Or 80th minute even. I won't be surprised. We're again building out from the back. Jack Grealish, Bernardo Silva. The positioning of Grealish is very good actually. It's causing Fulham a bit of a problem. The positioning of both the wide players is very good. Stones is doing that on the right and Grealish is doing that on the left. This is good. It's a free kick. I think City will need to make the most of set pieces. It's a Kevin De Bruyne set piece. Fulham have got everybody back. It's sent back to Ederson. Daniel Akanji, Rodri. Looks like all of the Arsenal fans are watching this keenly. Julian Alvarez is going there with the ball. That's a corner. That's a great sprint from Julian Alvarez, but then he was just, I think, sent wide over there. Kevin De Bruyne with the corner. He's in the best of corners. That is very well tracked back. Bernardo Silva. Rodri. 56 minutes gone, and it doesn't seem, if someone would have tuned in late and they don't know the red card, it will not seem like we are down to 9, 10 men or something like that. So much control over the game. But then we all know it. Fulham just need one counter attack. Rodri. That's a city throw. Nathan Ake. Jack Grealish. Ake. Fulham just have had one attempt and that is the penalty. Uh, we are controlling the game well, but the final end product is sometimes is just not there. They have worked it out well, Fulham. That is very well done on the overlap. Rodri. That is very well done by John Stones. Excellent defending. Well defended by John Stones over there. Very well defended. Fulham are getting forward, but I think it's not a bad thing as well. We need to take advantage of those things. That's a city throw. Fulham have had big results. They defeated Liverpool 11v11. They at least should have got a point against Arsenal. Arsenal just got lucky at the end. That Fulham centre back is not passing at all. They're just delaying it. They're inviting them on us. City have a throw. I think we need to score one more goal to just open Fulham up. Then they will have to come out. Stones back to Akanji. Can Akanji hit the long diagonal? No, he can't. He just passes it to Bernardo Silva. Ah, Nathan Ake is trying to make those runs. He's playing on the left hand side. Haaland is still warming up. Foden is warming up. Haaland is just walking in the warm up. Pep needs to bring that sub on. Attacking wise, it's just not going on for us. Ah, that was a chance. That was a chance for Fulham. It is Harry Wilson as well. He was onside as well. I think Nathan Ake does well to force him into a shot early on. That's the only thing I can say. Otherwise, you could have cut in more and you could have finished it more easily. Erling Haaland is. I don't know. Erling Haaland has been called over there on the sidelines, and Pep and Rodolfo Borrell are just giving him some specific instructions. What a ball that is! Julian Alvarez! Julian! He does extremely well to keep the ball, and it's a throw in. But look at the balls. The balls are still on. Bernardo Silva. Julian Alvarez does extremely well. He gives the ball away and he goes all the way through to get the ball. Erling Haaland is stripped up. Phil Foden is stripped up. Pep Guardiola has come to their warm up area and then he has given them instructions. Has to be very specific instructions. All of the Fulham players are getting slowly booked now. It's a free kick. I think Haaland and Foden will come on before the free kick is taken. Grealish is off and Foden is on. That is expected. Now will it be Gundogan who will be going off for Haaland? It's Julian Alvarez who's off and it's Haaland who's on. Anyway, a wonderful goal from Julian Alvarez today. I thought he'll keep both Alvarez and Haaland. Maybe play Alvarez in holding position and he'll take Gundogan out. But no, that doesn't seem to be the case. And some instructions have been passed on to Gundogan. That is interesting. Specific instructions. You see Phil Foden bringing a sheet or something. Specific instructions are now to break this Fulham back line. Ah! That was so cheeky from Kevin De Bruyne. That almost did the trick. Look at that. It almost maybe curled in. Ah, that will be really interesting how City go on from here because I don't know what that is. There was so intense discussions around the tactical setup which City seemed to have prepared, and then Pep called Haaland and Foden there and told them, explained it to them, and told them to pass it on to the entire team. That's what Foden was immediately giving it to Gundogan and told him there. Edison has to be a barnstorming finish. Or maybe do you take a point? No, I don't think we take a point here. We go for the win. That too, it's in our home. So, but when you're down to 10 men, maybe. No, but City are not someone who settle for a point. Phil Food and Nathan Ake, Rodri has to switch. No, it doesn't. Ah, that's a very tough ball for De Bruyne to keep it in. Foden is instructing Gundo something. This is how you develop those leadership skills as well. It will be an interesting phase the last 25 minutes, whatever happens from here. Fulham are on the attack here. Edison does well to hold on to it. I think it's Harry Wilson with the shot, maybe. Bernardo Silva, Kenji, Natanake, Kenji, John Stones. Mundo, very well done. What a ball that is. Phil Foden, Rodri, Kevin De Bruyne, Phil Foden, Rodri. He has to pass it wide. Yes, he's passed it wide. Bernardo Silva. That's fine. John Stones, Bernardo Silva. Ah, Haaland misses the kick. That was the chance. Ah, Haaland. That was the chance, man. Haaland misses the kick. You look at that. That was the chance. Ah, Akanji, Foden, De Bruyne. Ah, that was almost a very good ball. Andreas Pereira is just acting as if he's the best player in the world or something. He's just an absolute idiot. Rodri, look at this. Since Foden has come on, this is that impetus straight away in the game. Natanake, Kanji, Rodri, Ake, De Bruyne. What a run by Kevin De Bruyne. Bernardo Silva, John Stones. Ah! Erling! If Erling Haaland would have scored that, that would have been something else. Wow! Look at City creating chance after chance after chance now. Natanake, Akanji, John Stones, Natanake, Foden, Akanji, Bernardo Silva, John Stones. Need to just bring the ball forward a bit faster, I think. Bernardo Silva, Natanake. Give the ball to Foden. Nothing. Look at the speed of play. This is just wonderful. Rodri, Natanake, Phil Foden, Kenji. They're just trying to press our centre backs, but that's what we also want. If you're not capable of dealing with that press, then you don't deserve to be at City. It's just as simple as that. Kenji. Ah! That's very well defended by John Stones. We just need to get the ball. out from the Fulham players now. Foden does well to get the ball. This is a potential chance for a counter attack. It's Kevin De Bruyne who's there. Ah, maybe Gundo should have controlled it a little bit and then set the ball off. Maybe I think. But after that positional change, Gundogan's just been after the tactical change. I would say Gundogan's been just getting more and more space. Don't know what Pep Guardiola has exactly worked out. Oh, Nathan Ake has come too much inside and the space for Harry Wilson, I think. And Edison does well there to catch. And Harry Wilson's done, I think. His leg's gone. I think his leg's broken or something. He's just calling for an immediate medical switch. Rodri, Gundogan, Bernardo Silva there on the far side. Gundogan, Akanji, Rodri, Kevin De Bruyne. Erling Haaland! Erling Haaland! Who else? Who else to come to the rescue? Kevin De Bruyne and Erling Haaland. Look at the goal and look at the salute. It's just wow! Erling! Look at Pep Guardiola working out the tactics. Pep Guardiola has cracked the Fulham code. Easy onside, that's the only question. You betcha. I think he's onside. I think he's onside actually. He's onside, I think. Erling Haaland is never offside. Erling Haaland is never offside. Ah, he's off. Everything that has to go wrong is going wrong today for us. It's just it's offside. What the hell? That was such a nice goal. It's offside. Ah. This VAR never favors us in these calls. So in Spurs quarterfinals, it happened the same. What a goal that would have been. 15 more minutes to go now. 14 more minutes to go. What a goal that would have been. And surely the tactical system that Pep has somehow changed. It seems to be working. Seems to be working well. Erling Haaland, I think, after a long, long time, has been found offside because it's generally not offside. If there is no VAR, I don't think any linesman in any game would ever dare to give a offside call against Erling Haaland. He's never offside. But it had to be today. Red card, Haaland offside. How many times have you seen Haaland had a goal chalked off for being offside? It just doesn't happen. That's a throw in for City. We'll have to hurry up a bit, I think, here. What a right moment to score the goal as well, right? At last 15 minutes to go. And Pep could have brought on Diaz, Laporte, and whoever are the defenders there just to see the game out. Kenji. Well done, Gundogan. What an absolute silky piece of play from Ikai Gundogan. Natanake, Foden. It's another Fulham player who's down now. I think it's Andreas Pereira. It's cramps or something, I don't know. Yes, it's cramps. It's another Fulham player down. I bet the referee will not add on anything now. What a idiot. Why was that Haaland goal off? I still can't understand why was it off. What a ball that was from Kevin De Bruyne and what a goal that was from Haaland. It was just that is just so stupid, It was just the if only Haaland's knee was a little bit smaller, he would not be offside. That's just so ridiculous. These offside rules. How do they then calculate the delay between one frame and another? That they don't tell. Fulham are making a lot of changes. Andreas Pereira is coming on now. He's bloody wasted 2 minutes with that injury thing and all. What a twat. If City were leading 2-1, would you have faked that injury? No. What an idiot. One more attack. Come on, guys. I know there's so much time. There's 10 minutes left, but one more chance for Haaland. That's what I want. One more chance for Haaland. Addison. Akanji. Ake. Ake back to Addison. We just need to hurry up a bit. Just need to launch the ball forward faster. Ake. Foden. Ake. Akanji. Rodri. That's well done by Rodri to drag a Fulham player out of position. City are keeping the ball extremely well, but need to bring it forward. Kanji. What a ball that was, but it's just taken off Haaland. And that's City's throw. One Haaland needs one more chance. Can't we create one more chance in 10 minutes? Maybe we can. Stones. Ake. Foden. Ake. Foden. Rodri just lost the ball, but we are in good defensive shape. Andreas Pereira does well under pressure. I don't know why all these players play well only against City. It's the same with Liverpool team. It's the same with Andreas Pereira is generally crap. Bernardo Silva, Akanji, Ederson. What? Erling Haaland is it? It's just a bit wide for him. That's all. Foden, but look at the pace. Look at the steps. That's just wonderful. That just gives you so much of a tempo when he's going. Foden can't keep it in, and it's a goal kick. It's just 7 more minutes remaining. Haaland almost went through there. Look at it. Look at the ball. That's the ball that they all are looking for. He's not offside. He's not offside now. Just that there was no way he could shoot. Maybe we need a Kevin De Bruyne screamer from 20-30 yards out. It's a City throw. Kanji to Rodri, Rodri to Ake. No, to Ederson actually. Ederson to Ake. Come on, guys, hurry up. Ederson sends it long. I don't know for whom because it's very difficult to win second balls. Ake does extremely well to win the second ball there. Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne is going himself and Kevin. Just pass it to Bernardo. Yes. It's just edging towards the last 5 minutes. Bernardo Silva wins it back. It was just so close for Erling Haaland. Fulham on the attack now. Akanji, manual, just use all your pace. Ederson there. Calmly passes it to Foden. 5 more minutes, guys. Actually, less than 5 more minutes. One ball to Haaland, and that's all. That's all you need. The speed of passing has just improved now. It's so fast. Bernardo. It's out for our throw in. Out for a throw. Fulham's legs have gone. The game's not over until it's over. We saw what happened at Real Madrid, the semi-final. So we saw what happened at Aston Villa, and we won the Premier League. So Bernardo Silva. What about the foul on Bernardo Silva? You absolute idiot of a referee. What about the foul on Bernardo Silva then? That was a clear foul on Bernardo Silva. What an idiot of a referee. Andreas Pereira is going off now. What an idiot. 3 more minutes to go plus 3 minutes of added time. I think so. 6 more minutes to go. Just take the bloody ball of Fulham now. Yes. At least the Fulham goalkeeper is not wasting time. But it's just 2 more minutes plus maybe three added. So 5 minutes more. Fulham have done that very well. City are open now. It's 3v3 at the back. It's a 3v3 at the back. Come on, guys. We cannot lose this now. After all of the hard work we have done. That is very well done. Excellent work. Excellent work. That is now Fulham have to run back. Kevin De Bruyne, KDB with the ball. Ah, that's a corner. That's a corner for City. Look at the ball from KDB. That is just outrageous. Those kind of balls are not allowed. Haaland did everything he can, but what a touch. I think the defender got a touch onto that, and City have to be quick here. It's just 3 plus 1, 4 minutes. Corner swung in. Corner yet to be swung in. Fulham get out with the ball. No, we can't be caught on a counter attack of a corner. This is not possible again. It's 5 minutes of added time. Wow. At least one more chance for Erling Haaland. One chance in 5 minutes. That is not beyond the realms of any expectations, right? 5 minutes. One chance to Haaland. That's a good switch. Bloody Fulham are keeping the ball now. As if they're prime Barcelona or something. City come out with the ball excellently. It's Kevin De Bruyne. Ilkay Gundogan there. Ah! Foden just couldn't reach it. Man. Foden just couldn't reach it. Look at how Kevin De Bruyne is playing those passes. I think he should have gone back to KDB maybe. I don't know, but 4 more minutes to go. Three and a half, in fact. The ball was just heavy there. Goes out for a goal kick. One chance, guys. One chance. Just swing the ball into the box. Leno kicks the ball. Haaland. That's very well done. Foden. Bernardo Silva. It's over Haaland, but it's fallen to Stones. Penalty! 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 Ah! Penalty! Penalty! Penalty to City. Has to be Erling Haaland who takes it. It has to be Erling Haaland. Erling, this is your chance. Erling, please do not miss it. It's a penalty. It's a clear penalty. It's a clear penalty. I hope the VAR doesn't turn it. I find it impossible to see it. I find it impossible to see the kick. I actually find it impossible to see the kick. I'm just not able to see it. I can imagine the pressure on Haaland's shoulders now. I'm just not able to see it. I just don't want to see it. Haaland, Erling. I just want to turn my face around. I'm just not able to see the penalty kick. It's just so much pressure on it. There's just so much pressure. Erling, Erling, Erling. See, I just want to cover my screen with the mic like this. Erling. Get lost, you Arsenal fans! Who were thinking that City will lose? Look at Pep Guardiola celebrating there! What? Look at Pep Guardiola doing the stuff! Haaland! Haaland! Look at the penalty! Wow! The keeper timed the right way! And just look at the penalty! Wow, right? The keeper just timed the right way! And and still Haaland, if that was Mahrez, Sterling, whoever, it is something else. Erling! See, this is why we got him. In the Champions League, for example, you get into these situations. Look at the penalty again. It is not a perfect Haaland penalty, I must say, but look at the speed with which it went into the corner. I think that's what really meant that the keeper didn't save it. It is hit so low that it becomes impossible for the keeper to save it. Wow. I just want the referee to blow the whistle. Then let the referee blow the whistle. I'll deal with the Arsenal fans here who are in the chat. Let the referee blow the whistle. I don't want to be getting on them and us and conceding a goal. So let the referee blow the bloody whistle. When will the referee blow the whistle? Is it a free kick for Fulham? When will the referee blow the whistle? Just want the whistle to go. I don't want this to be spoiled with. Late Fulham goal. I'm just not able to. Ref, blow the whistle. He's already added on 7 bloody minutes. I think he's waiting for Edison to kick. Yeah! 10 men! A match that was lost! A match no one thought we could make a comeback! This is what champions are made up of! This is what champions' mentality is made up of! Just look at the spirit, guys. Look at the spirit around Haaland. Look at how pumped he is. Look at Haaland going on and hugging all of City's coaching staff. Rodolfo Borrell, Pep Guardiola. Look at Haaland hugging PJ. It's just wonderful. Look at Pep Guardiola and Gundogan still discussing the tactical things. It's just wonderful. It's just a wonderful feeling seeing all that. Ruben Diaz, just look at the spirit. It's games like these, we think going down to 10 men, but sometimes it's the games like these that really, can just send you to another level in a season. The referee was not giving fouls in our favor. The VAR, it just seemed a little bit flaky. Down to 10 men, it seemed Fulham could strike anytime on the counter. And then we did it. It just pumps you up so much, guys, seeing all of this kind of wins. Because it was planned between Pep Guardiola, Rodolfo Borrell, and someone else. I don't remember the coaching staff. Three of them wrote something down on the notebook. They gave it to Phil Foden. They explained it to Haaland and Foden. They called both of them to the side, explained it. Then Foden goes into the field, gives a sort of a paper to Gundogan and explains him a position. And from then on, you see Gundogan getting so much space, Gundogan getting so much time on the ball. Kevin, I mean, it will be interesting to see what the tactical change was. But whatever it was, even with 10 men, it created a sort of space to us. It seemed as if Fulham was were playing with 10 men. It's just absolutely wonderful. This is the stuff why you want to watch football for. It's just so satisfying. Vinay says, "Believe me, I didn't see the pen. I couldn't see the pen, Vinay. I was like." But this actually happened against Spurs 2019 quarterfinals. I think I couldn't see the last 10 minutes or so, and then I just went to another room, and after 2 minutes I came. The Spurs striker Lorente scores a handball. From then, even if it is tough, I somehow keep an eye on the City game, because whenever I sort of don't keep an eye, something bad happens. So I keep an eye on it, and the penalty wasn't that. I mean, it was good maybe, but Leno dived the right way. But I think the key was the penalty was low, so low the goalkeeper can't save it. But it had to be that kind of a penalty today. Yeah, now let us actually deal with the Arsenal fans. First of all, I said how you win matters. I do accept I said that, but I meant mentality wise. Your mentality while winning is also important. It's not just that you get lucky wins. And today, see the mentality how we won. We never gave up. 10 men trying. That's what I meant. How you win is important. It could be by a odd goal, by odd free kick, but the mentality in the way you construct the goal, the mentality in which you play through the match, that is important. That is always important. That's what I I meant. But then obviously there'll be days when luck goes in your favor and you win and things like that. I know, but the majority of the time it's the mentality with which you approach. That is what is important. That is the hallmark of a champion team. That is what I meant. Today you see down to 10 men, there will not be another team in Europe on this land which will play out from the back down to 10 men. All of the other teams will look to sit back and hit you on the break, right? We played around the 11 men, around the 10 men of Fulham. We just played through their press. We put balls into the box. We never, how many long balls did we pump in that half? I can hardly remember. It was all constructing the play, bringing it to out wide, and then crossing the ball in. So it was all our principles. We didn't lose our principles. When I say how we win matters, it means on your principles, not just lumping long balls forward. So just take the matter in your context. And this is not a lucky win, by the way. You're saying this is a lucky win. This is a win that is constructed by us. This is a win where each moment in the second half we played bravely despite being a man down. So I won't say this is a lucky win. Even if it was a draw, I thought I was always convinced that our performance was good, the way our endeavor was good, our intent was good. It was just that the final ball didn't happen. It was just that Haaland was offside. Little things didn't happen. That's all. I always thought the process was good today. The process was absolutely fantastic today from us. Even if we didn't win, I would have said that. Now we won. It's the same thing. My feelings don't change if the process is good. Vinay says KDB is man of the match. His hard work pays off. He was just running back. It's not just the passes, Vinay. He was just running back and he was just, tracking all of the thing. See, today to win with 10 men, to win with a man down, it generally is not about, only your attacking players doing the attacking stuff. It was about even your Bernardo Silva. Look at how hard Bernardo Silva worked there. He was just all around the pitch. His engine was superb. Today, each one of them worked for each other. Each one of them filled in for each other. They actually played for each other. That's the spirit which we have in this club. Each one of them. When John Stones was there under pressure, Bernardo Silva rushed back. When Akanji was under pressure, Haaland was sprinting back. Kevin De Bruyne was sprinting back actually to help out. Uh, the defenders. So each one of them did their work today. It's almost the most important principle when you want to win a league, when you want to win the toughest league on this land is to hold each other's back, to believe in each other. Akanji believed in Ederson when someone was pressing him. So it's in these tight spaces, the best thing I felt about today was Fulham were pressing our defenders. They were laying traps and pressing. But even in those tight press, Akanji was trusting John Stones to handle the ball. Stones was trusting Ederson when two players were going in on him. Stones was trusting Ake. Everyone was trusting each other. Sometimes they were playing blind passes to each other. That was the level of trust today which each of City's players have. I think just on the level of the way we trusted each other, the spirit we maintained, we actually deserve to win the game. Vinay says Arsenal with Vieira and Henry didn't win the UCL. Arsenal bigger than Man City in delusion. Vinay, see, one thing is when someone is just referring back to history, it and is telling we were great then. We were great then. That's why we will be great. We'll always be the greatest in the future. That just means that they are just stuck in the past. They don't have anything in the future. They see the future as very bleak. See, who is stuck in the past? Only someone who has no hope in the future, right? But we embrace the past. I do understand it. We embrace the past, but we are going into the future. We envision a beautiful future as well. So it's no good arguing with United fans. Tell it to me a lot that we have a lot of past history. Okay, then if you have a lot of history and past, read those and pass an history exam. Why do you want to comment on the beautiful football I'm playing? Do you every day put on the DVDs of your past matches and enjoy it, or do you even see live matches? I asked all the fans who say we are great in the past. That is why we'll be great in the future. That is bullshit. Even out of football, there were empires who were great in the past. But how does it matter now if you were great in the past, right? And that too, they are so biased, that City don't win the UCL. They say that you can't be a big club until you win the UCL. But Arsenal don't win the UCL. It's fine. Even apparently Spurs are also bigger because it doesn't matter to them also. So I mean it's all delusional. I just why to spoil our mood. Mate, if you're telling when oil crisis comes, you ain't gonna surviving. Just look at the revenue table of City. Just look at the financial revenues of this season, of last season. The last 5 seasons, excluding this season, City are consistently number two highest revenue earning club, highest profit earning club in the Premier League. And when you look at this season's financial year results, City are the highest revenue earning club in the league. We are the most profitable club in the league. We are the most profitable club in the league. We earn our own revenues. Our net spend this season is £100 million. If the owner walks away now, we are still sustainable. So this is just crap from the past. That's all the Arsenal fans are just telling that. And by the way, for people, I just want to clear it all right now. By the way, for people who want to say 2008 9, that owner investment was needed. See, it's just a simple example. For example, you want to start a software company which wants to compete with Microsoft. What will you do? Will you just grow it organically? Microsoft will just take all your employees. There has to be investment. There has to be owner funds coming in the first 4 or 5 years of a business. People who don't understand about growth businesses, owner funds. See, Arsenal and City didn't start at the same level. By the time City were taken over, Arsenal were so much ahead in terms of finances, in terms of brand value, and everything. How will City catch up? If you said develop players in your academy organically, Arsenal will buy all these players. Then what will City do? So owner invested funds were needed. Growth, that is a pivotal thing of a growth business. That is the fundamental thing. Businesses around the world do that. The owner infuses funds, and then when the business grows, when the thing grows, after 10 years, 15 years, he takes on his investment. So I don't understand what the crap is of people who say that football should be equal, it should be played in a certain way. Well, I do agree it should be played in a certain way, but where is the justice over there? When City started, Arsenal were so much more ahead. Where is the equality in there? Where is the equality that City and Arsenal are on the level playing field? There is no equality in there. So that is the thing. People don't understand there is no equality when City started. Arsenal had 50, 60, had so much of a head start over City in terms of everything. City had to, owner infused funds were needed. People who don't understand this, I can't talk about it. See, Moon, football business is different. Super League is different. I'm not telling Super League is uncompetitive. When I'm telling business, it's from a growth point of view. Then how do you think City can compete with Arsenal without owner infused funds? It's just absolute nonsense. And business side is important in football. Then why did Bury go bust? If you just think football is for this thing, football is all the parts. Football clubs which think football is just the sporting part, they fall away. Beauty, for example, they neglect the business. Clubs who think like United did, like Arsenal did for long until the last year, that football is just business and you don't consider the sport, you fall away. See, it is equal. There is sport in it, there is business in it, there is growth of brand value in it, there is sponsorships in it. Everything combines together to put the spectacle. Without TV rights, for example, would you be able to see this? So it's all combined. I'm with you that it's a sport that is to be enjoyed, but you should not neglect all of the other aspects as well. All of the other aspects that bring employment to people around you, which makes the not just the football club, but the surroundings around it sustainable. So you should not forget about it. I'm not. It's just looking with such a narrow-minded vision when you think if I tell football is business, the Super League. I'm not telling that football is both a business. It's about growing the brand. But most importantly, it's about the players. It's about the game they play. That is the highest weightage. But all other aspects are important. Otherwise, look at how well City are oiled in all of the other aspects: the organization, the structure, the business part of it, the football part of it, and everything. Mons is working class people are the core. City and United fans. Yes, I do agree with that. But and how do you give employment to the working class people in this football club? For example, City have generated a lot of employment around the Manchester area and all of that. How do you give it? It needs sponsors. How do you generate money? For example, if you don't generate money, there'll be no employment. When there is no employment, the areas around it will rot. That's just common economics. Just can't look at it with one eye. That is just not possible. Anyway, this is for another day. But the way City one was exciting today. What I thought was in the second half as well. Even when we were down to 10 men, this the most striking thing was the our endeavor to play with the ball, our endeavor to pass out from the back, our confidence to pass out from the back. That was just wonderful. I have not seen another team who down to 10 men, even the very best teams who down to 10 men still try to pass out from the back, still try to do all of their usual stuff. That was just amazing. And Haaland's penalty was ice cool. I know that the keeper maybe got a touch on it, but Haaland put it in the corner. So I I think it deserved to go in, but the way we understood the tactical structure there was interesting, especially when Pep changed it. It was just understood so fast. It was just understood so well. Gundogan, Ake, we just shifted just so quickly into the new shape, and then we started. And Fulham couldn't adapt to that new shape, so it was just fantastic. And after that, the way Haaland celebrated, I think this game could be a point where Haaland really, is 100% connected with the club now. If anyone had doubt how will Haaland settle into City, this could be the game where he settled. It's for these moments that we have got in Haaland. Mohan says the only thing we hate about City fans is that you guys have to be big club. It's gonna take time. I agree with all you guys for your success, and you might win in UCL very soon. And I know Mohan, we are all of the opposition fans do that, but and UCL is that many people think winning in UCL is. I don't still agree that it's absolutely necessary to be a big club. What is necessary to be a big club is how well is your club structured, how well is your club being run, how is your academy being developed, and all of those things. See, if we just had to spend money and win titles, we could have done that. But you know the first thing which the owner of City did when he brought City, he didn't just splash money and buy players. He invested close to £1 billion into the academy to develop the academy structure. And what does investing £1 billion into the academy structure mean? With £1 billion, he could have easily bought. Then FFP wasn't there. He could have actually bought Mbappe. I mean, those sort of players back then who were the superstars, won one or two leagues, won an UCL, and just uh, let it go like that. When he has invested close to £1 billion in an academy for a 12-year vision, you just have to think that what can be the reason behind it. The reason is he wants each and every player to come from the academy. So so it's the hallmark of a sustainable club for me more than anything else. And I'm actually not bothered with the trolls of the opposition fans and all, because we actually know what it's about, where the club is going about, how sustainable we are becoming. We are created a model of City Football Group where all the other clubs like Chelsea, Liverpool are discussing about it now. They want to copy it. It's almost a kind of a revolution in terms of how football clubs are grouped together and run to make it sustainable. Mohan says, bro, you guys splash money. Kaka never came to City. Mohan Kaka in the last minute he went to AC Milan. He stayed at AC Milan. I'm sorry, Kaka never came to City. Kaka refused City. The highest we spent till 2015, I think. The highest we spent was around 55 million pounds. It was only, I think, Laporte who broke it first at 60 million pounds or something. So until 6 7 years of us getting taken over, the highest we spent was 55 million pounds. We never went above 55 million pounds. No, Kaka never came to us. Mohan, Kaka never came to us. Yeah, it was Robinho. It was Robinho. But Robinho was not 100 million pounds. It was Robinho. You're right. That was the first marquee signing. It was not Kaka. But Robinho was not 100 million pounds. Come on. We are talking about 2008. 2008, Robinho cost around 35 40 million pounds. Robinho was never 100 million pounds. Correct me if I'm wrong, but in pounds, Robinho never cost more than 35 40 million pounds. I mean, it was quite a while ago, so I don't exactly remember the figure, but I do remember it wasn't above 50 million pounds for sure. It was around 35 million pounds actually. So, anyway, guys, I really hope you've enjoyed the show, and what a win for City! Wonderful win for City. So, please do like the video and also click on the subscribe button if you have enjoyed the video. Thank you so much, guys, again for joining it. What a win! Wonderful win again. Thank you so much for being in the chat again, everyone. It's just been so interactive. See you all again. Take care.